So, if you didn't know, I got a C in my acting academy. So, from the time I started declining in my class, I asked my teacher, what's wrong? Like, what should I do? And he told me I wasn't working hard enough. And I was like, yeah, like, really? And he was like,
Knowledge.
so while I was returning to my place, I thought about it.
My boy, don't you want to play a character who's got 75 kilo balls?
And yeah, he was right. Because after the 6 to 9 hours of classes, I wasn't really doing much. So I thought, let's give it a shot. Like, let's not overthink and let's work hard. I used to do a bunch of rhythmic exercises and voice exercises and body exercises. Matlab, the things that were taught to me in the academy itself. So I was doing that. And I did start feeling like more energetic. I was more pumped while I was doing scenes, but I did not really get better. I just filled the empty spaces in my performance with a lot of acting. Yeah, the whole point of good acting is actually not to act. I'll just wing it every single scene work, and sometimes I would crack it, sometimes I would get it right. Damn, I never thought I would care about a pimple on my face. I was right. So it was my last scene work, and I'm actually pretty embarrassed. I'm actually very embarrassed about it, and I think I have deleted the video from anywhere I had it, and I just don't want to share it. I just don't. It's really bad. I was extremely self-conscious. Almost, I was extremely self-conscious of the camera. Yeah, I was faking it all the way to the end, and it was so bad. I think I remember my teacher was, giving me some signs from peripherals, and I technically, while the camera was rolling, I looked at him straight. Yeah, do it without actually looking at the person straight. It was so bad. I don't know why I did it. It was fucked that up. Like, it was embarrassing. So after my course ended, my teacher suggested me a book, Respect for Acting by Uta Hagen, quite early on in our course. So I decided to give it a shot now because now I don't have anything to do. I did join a theatre, but it was just like 3 hours. And उसके अलावा auditions वगैरह को हटा के भी I still had a lot of time. And also there was No Acting Please by Eric Morris, Stella Adler, The Montes Method on YouTube, and I did actually get better. I was way more focused when I used to do my scene works or any kind of theatre improvisations. I was way more involved in my scene, which was like I was too aware of whatever I was doing. That kind of went away. But it wasn't really hard work. I felt like I had to do it. एक time के बाद I was kind of addicted to the exercise and the practice. And it reminded me of my working out days, the gym days, where I was so addicted to working out that I would feel off if I don't, go to the gym. And Usam, I did not get all the Iron Warrior shit that was out there. Work hard, train hard, I'm an Iron Warrior, eat, sleep, repeat, wala bullshit. I just did not get it.
Quiet down like the little bitch you are and talk shit.
I did it because it was fun. I was kind of addicted to it. I be very honest. I better off, it will be way harder for me not to work out than to actually work out. Dekho, of course, there's a virtue in doing things that are difficult and doing things regardless of how you feel. I'm not denying that.
Do it! Just do it!
But almost everybody has to do something they don't like on a day-to-day basis.
You're on. Choose your question carefully. There's 5 minutes left.
Apologize to the victims. Would you like to do so now? Well,
that is the kind of reality of human life. You can earn as much money as you want, and that can take you from the local bus to the Mercedes beside the bus, but you still be stuck in a traffic jam. There's a sense of pride in hard work, and this is something that is true in academics, athletics, and Weirdly, even in artistic endeavors or pursuits. I train 5 times a day, I study 12 hours, 14 hours, 21 hours. I really wish or I really hope the idea behind saying these or doing these is that there's no other way to do it. There's no other way I can do it. Then it's all good. Then it's all good. I don't have anything to. And this is not. I'm not trying to give you success tips or anything. That will be foolish. अरे वैसे वीडियोस नहीं होते YouTube पे how to get million views and the guy has 5 views on YouTube. I'll be the last person on this planet you should take success tips from. But a lot of people who are super successful in the domains of athletics or any kind of intellectual pursuit have like this, love aspect to it. They really love to try this new diet that will enhance their performance, or they really love to do their drills or spar or run, learn a new technique. I'm not saying there are not hard days, or I'm not saying there are days they are pushing it. Definitely. But they, on the core of it, they actually just are in love with this activity. Yeah, most of the curious minds are so curious about this particular idea or this particular problem that they know in order to even get like a peaceful sleep, they know they have to figure this out. They basically do it not out of fear or obligation, but out of curiosity. I'm not saying it has to be this intense, but there has to be some tiny aspect of this in whatever you do for the rest of your life. And this is not something that is exclusive to making music or art or painting. No, it can be true. It can be true for anything. You just have to be passionate about that. Now, let's talk about art. Something I'm a little more equipped to talk about. Or maybe I'm so incompetent around the scale that it doesn't matter, even if I'm a little equipped here. I'll get straight into the fire, okay? How many run-throughs or rehearsals you do of a play or your scene work doesn't really mean anything. The way you measure everything in life is completely pointless when you try to measure art with that compass. If an animator spends hours in front of a screen, or an editor spends, he just like fixated on this one transition, they usually get lost in doing it. In pursuit of whatever they have in their heads, they just get lost in the process. A painter completely indulged in this picture they are trying to create, and when they look up, they realize it's been 4 hours. The idea I want to convey through this video is that if hard work feels like hard work every single moment while you're in it, and there's no enjoyment, there's no peace, there's no fulfillment while you're doing it, and it's all transactionary. Do this to get this, do this to get money, do this to get a car, do this to get laid, do this to do that, and everything is this all the fucking time. If everything you do is forcefully and solidly and it's all of this, every single thing is transactionary at its basic level. You're losing the very part that makes you human. You have to follow your heart. You have to do things just for fun. You have to do things for yourself. You have to